Okay, we're live. I'm going to share my screen now. All right, so we have Michelle. When is your birthday?
January 18th, 1982.
Time?
8:56 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
56. And where?
New York City.
Hey, how can that be? Oh, maybe they have it as just New York, New York.
I mean, there's only one.
Oh, okay, yes, that's right. Okay, 16 degrees Virgo rising. Does that
Yes.
sound familiar? Okay,
Yes,
good.
I'm a Virgo ascendant for some reason.
Okay, so I always start with the same question, which is what's going on currently in your life?
Oh my God, what isn't going on currently in my life? Um, Lots of things are going on. I am in like a super high high and then in a super low low and everything in between.
Okay, what brings you high?
Um, DJing and being dancing, ecstatic dance, movement, friendships, my garden, my daughter, um, yeah, that stuff.
Okay, are you a DJ by profession?
Yeah.
Like, can you say more about that?
Yeah, I'm 44 and I had like a dark night of the soul kind of thing maybe 3 years ago, and I left a business. I dismantled a business that I worked very hard to build, that was successful but was not good for my mental health. And I think in my 40s, it's been a lot about dropping like the hustle ambition and just doing like what I really, really want to do and what feels really good for me. And I love music. I have like what is it, synesthesia? I don't know what it's called exactly. Like the music, the way music is in my body and makes me feel is like magic. And I just get now I get to do that for other people. I became a DJ about like 2 years ago, and it's just
Hmm.
exploded. Like it's so in alignment. It's so gangbusters, beautiful. What I get to do. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, that um is already a very good starting place for me.
Mm.
Yeah, sometimes it's very easy. Sometimes people start talking and I get what's going on right away. Okay. So for me, we're talking about your Sun-Venus conjunction in the fifth house. Because you know the fifth house is for entertainment and fun. And you have Venus in an air sign, right? So that makes me think about the music. And moreover, that you're a DJ now because your sun is there with Venus. Yeah, so your actual life now is in the fifth house, producing music. The
Mm.
thing I want to show you about that is about Pluto. So I'm going to go back 3 years. 1, 2, 3, even 4. And what I want to point out to you is that during this period, Pluto transited your natal sun. And that for me is that you had taken a long time building up that business and you decided to let it go. That for me is actually also about the fact that you have the sun at a late degree, right? 28. So Pluto passed 28. He's about to move into a new sign. And you're like, okay, I want to let that go. Everything that I had worked for many years. I want to do something different. I have a different
Mm.
idea about what I want to make.
Mm.
And you can see as soon as Pluto enters Aquarius and conjoins your Venus, you start to transition throughout into a DJ. Okay. The other part, when you think about Aquarius, Aquarius is groups of people, like when you're in a crowd or when you're in the public. So that makes me think about obviously being a DJ because there's lots of people listening. And also the fact of like like moving the things around in the music, right, to make a symphony, that starts to make me think about your.
And it's also moving people around, like, because I'm a somatic therapist, and like by trade originally, and yeah, the way that I DJ, it's like I'm a music witch. Like I'm an energy worker in how I DJ. I do a lot of like conscious dance, ecstatic dance, like energy arcs in my music. Like it's not just like going to DJ, in a club and get drunk. Like even usually like yeah, I'm definitely sober when I DJ. I don't do alcohol or that. So yeah, it's a lot of energy work for me.
What do you mean energy work?
What do I mean?
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, I'm holding a container for the room, for the dance floor. Like I'm taking people on a transformational journey through my music, through like a set that I put together. So a lot of places I DJ are festivals and ecstatic dances and like different like retreats, like different kinds of things like that, like taking people on a journey.
Yeah, that for me, I'm feeling the Venus again in the fifth house, Aquarius.
Mm,
When you talk about festivals, fifth house, Venus, Aquarius, retreats, Venus, Aquarius. Yeah?
yeah.
Okay. And you said that besides that, you're a somatic practitioner, somatic therapist.
Yeah, I think you're in Germany, I think. I lived in Berlin for 3 years and I studied somatic therapy. And I was yeah, somatic therapist, like a body worker. Me and my husband used to have healing centers in New York City before the pandemic. So that's just my world is like the healing world, the
Okay.
conscious world.
And what is a somatic? Is it like a
it's
movement?
using the it's using the body instead of only speaking to the mind to affect change or therapeutic evolution. It's working with the full body, the full system. Soma means body. So showing people how they're holding things in their body, how they're keeping things trapped, their automatic reactions to pain or fear or stress, and how to change those reactions and stop like holding their energy and shrinking themselves so that they can have new outcomes, new possibilities, new freedoms.
Okay. The somatic part of it makes me think about Capricorn from the fact that it's very physical.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in my sacral, like I operate from my sacral energy a lot. So it is even my music choice is very physical.
Hmm. You said you had healing centers.
Mm.
So people would come. What else happens in the healing center?
We were community spaces for wellness practitioners. That then they could see their clients. Beautiful spaces we built that then they could see their clients there. So there was like a community of healers in New York City, and then people seeing their different clients. But that was a while ago now. That was like before the pandemic. We built that. So yeah,
Okay, that makes me think about the Mercury and Aquarius with your Mars in Libra. Mars in Libra being all of the other practitioners that you allow into your space and you cooperate on this big healing journey. So I see you actually, you and your husband, I guess, working with lots and lots and lots of different people.
yeah.
Okay. Hmm. Why did you shut those down?
The pandemic, the government
Okay.
shut them down.
Oh,
Well, when they shut down the world, the government shut them down. Right?
uh-huh.
In America, they closed everything. So, you couldn't get a haircut, you couldn't go in a supermarket. It was New York, we were in New York City for the pandemic. It was very intense, very,
Oh, that's right. Well, that makes me think about Saturn passing over your sun, moon, sun, Venus, Mercury at that time.
mm,
And that you don't get to go out and have fun and that your client practice is ended, that you, yeah, interesting.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, and that's when we
Uh-huh.
moved. We live in the country now. We have a different life now.
Okay. So what is the life like now in the country? What happened? What do you do in the country?
Um, yeah, it's so surprising because I grew up in a city in New York City my whole life, and
Mm.
I didn't know what to expect to move out here. So what do I do now is I get to be like the weirdest person around here, and I get to do a lot of fun stuff that people really need out here. People tell me out here that people don't dance, like like, and it's just not true. So I'm building a lot of things. I'm creating festivals, and I'm working on something called Dance Church, and I'm bringing some fun. My this town we moved to is about to go through like a renaissance, so we're part of that renaissance that's happening here.
Oh, that's interesting.
We're creating culture. We're bringing culture and creating culture here. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but
Uh,
it also took a long time to find our people. Yeah,
you mean in the past few years?
yeah, we've been here for maybe a little more than 5 years, 5 or 6 years. So, yeah,
Uh, okay, so this for me is once again the Pluto transit.
okay.
Because I see how you destroyed kind of your previous life, right? You gave up everything that you were doing with the healing center, and now you're just rebuilding it. But it's not like you're really doing something that different. It's just in a new place, in a new format. But there I see
Mm.
the Capricorn sun, the one to build all of the things, and it's for community involvement and engagement, the Venus and Aquarius. And that it took you a long time to find your people, that makes me think about Pluto's transit to your Venus and Aquarius. When you say that it took you a while, why? What was, yeah, why?
Well, in the beginning, we moved here, we didn't know anybody. And it was the pandemic, so it was hard to meet people um and find people. And then we would meet people, but I don't just like having friendships for convenience. I really want to be like deeply connected to people and build things with people. And I'm not just like a smile and be polite like kind of person. I want real friendships, and um and I think just the culture out here is was different. Like it was a, a different culture that I never knew, because I grew up in like a huge melting pot of all these cultures on top of each other, and immigrants, and just everything just it put together in a city. And out here it didn't feel like that. So and at first I was like afraid. I don't know, I was afraid to be the weirdest one, which is so strange, because in New York, but I guess in New York everyone's weird, so you can just be weird together. And then suddenly out here it felt like, oh, are people going to judge me or misunderstand me, or like think crazy things about me? But I guess this is just who I am and who we are.
Was that in 2020 especially?
2020 is when we moved here. We moved here in April of 2020. So we did not know anybody, right? We didn't have like, there wasn't a school that we could put our kid in and like plug into that community. Like, and then we have like 3 acres. You can see your neighbors, but you didn't get close to your neighbors. So yeah, it was a really like isolated kind of time.
Okay, so just notice that during that period, especially 2020, Saturn is exactly conjunct your Venus, right? So it's hard to meet people,
Mm.
kind of far away. They come from a different culture, they have different customs. You're new, right? So that beginning period of really struggling to get into it. And then of course Saturn passes. That would have been already like in 2021, 2022, and things, I guess. Yeah. Does that make sense when you see the Saturn
Mm-hmm.
over? Okay, good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The other interesting thing for me actually is like growing up in the city and all of the air that you have. It just makes me think about the air in New York. I've lived in New York City as well, and it's a lot. There's a lot of people, there's a lot going on, there's a lot to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the high high. DJ, being weird in a new place, building community, great. What is the low low?
Um, yeah, we have struggled. We wanted to have a second child, and and we've been on a fertility journey for 3 years that hasn't worked out the way that we wished and prayed that it would at this point. So that's just been something I've been really grieving and going through like a really hard process with. And as part of that, yeah, just like reckoning or just thinking about my age, like it's
Mm,
you know, and I had this expectation that I would just like love getting older, and I just like in a kind of like a hard place with myself right now when I look in the mirror, and I just feel so tired in a way and so like beat down um
mm,
by that, um and then just also just a lot of the social and political things
mm,
that are up in the world, and then also I have a really troubled relationship with my mother, and and that came to like a bit of a head, not this February but the February before, and so that's also like weighs on me. Yeah.
Okay, let's go through
Yeah.
them one by one. Um, so you said for 3 years you were doing fertility treatments, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. hmm So it's about your Sun-Venus conjunction again, because you're working really hard to have a child. And it's really important for you. That's your big focus, right? The Sun, where you're focused, the fifth house, the child, and Venus, the desire for one. And I would also say that Venus in Aquarius, therefore, is the fertility treatments and the clinics and all the help that you've been getting scientifically throughout that period. And the Sun in Capricorn now also makes me think about the fact that you're like in this older age trying to conceive. And the Sun also being at the end of Capricorn. And so thinking about how you're aging and does that remove the chance of having a child and fighting against age in biology to have a kid, right? So I start to see the Sun, Venus, but importantly, that they're squaring Pluto. So that complex kind of comes up for me. And what I want to point out to you is that if I go back 1, 2, 3 years, you can see Pluto was transiting this part of your chart the whole time. And so for 3 years, trying again and again, and it's like defeating you and bringing you down and draining you and exhausting you. And I guess you try just anything you possibly could to have that second kid, right? Sun, Venus, the most important thing. And what that makes me think about as well is like, so notice now Pluto is at 5, but he's actually retrograde. So if I fast forward a couple months, he's going to station at 3. That's going to be around October, November. He won't return to conjoin your Venus exactly, but this is kind of like the final stop, which makes me wonder, so are you kind of giving up on that journey now?
I don't know. We're at a reflection inflection point. I don't know. We don't have an answer yet.
That makes me think about Pluto that just turned retrograde. That was about a week ago. And he's moving back towards your Venus. Does it
So
make
what is
sense
it?
the way I'm describing it?
Yeah. We got, yeah. Something happened like a little over a week ago that, yeah. Um yeah, it does make sense.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
Hmm.
And so for now, there's nothing really happening at the moment. Do you feel
In
like you're...
this,
Go ahead.
sorry, what was your question?
Do you feel like you're going to give it another try?
I don't know. I don't know. There's different routes and things. So I don't know exactly what, but right now I'm just very tired.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, so I'm just, I don't know. I don't have, it's a process to make a decision, and it's, between me and my husband also. So it's not, I don't know. That's the answer, is I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And when you said that you look at yourself in the mirror and you feel tired and beat down, you mean by this specific situation?
I mean, I wonder, because also just when you do fertility treatments, they put a lot of hormones in you and,
Mm,
you know, all sorts of things. So, um, yeah, so it's not only like, oh, I'm beat down by this situation, but my body also went through a lot of things, and my spirit and our bank
mhm,
accounts and just so many different things, you know? So,
mm. Okay, there I start to feel the Saturn Pluto in your second house, squaring that Sun Venus, right? The
so what is
bank
it?
account, all that you had to put into that project. Yeah, I'm feeling the second house on another level as well. How something that is so important for you is also so destructive and so unattainable.
Hmm.
But I see this also in terms of the healing work that you do. Because the Sun, Venus, and the fifth, I feel like that's the festivals, but the square with Saturn, Pluto, I feel like, well, the festivals are like what you're doing there is healing work. Like you're
Yeah,
recoding the people.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that's true.
So how are you now, like let's say financially speaking?
We're rebuilding, as we do. That's me and my husband are entrepreneurs, and you know, our parents are immigrants, so we have like a work ethic and a blueprint for like being able to start again and to build together, you know. So my husband is building his business right now, like, and he's just trying to give me some space and grace to,
Mm,
yeah, which I need, you know. So even the DJ thing, I am lucky that I don't have to build it as like a business that it has to make, you know, like, so I'm just so grateful for that, that I get to build it like as an artist and as like a healer. Um, so
mhm.
yeah, and that's a shift with my last business. I was very like type A and big goals and doubling revenue, like all that kind of stuff. And so I'm just like in a different
Okay.
energy.
Okay, here again, I'm hearing the, let's say, Sun, Pluto, Saturn square in the
Hmm.
second. The Sun in Capricorn in this case is you like building the business and everything that goes into that. And then the square to the Saturn, Pluto in the second, like, let's double the revenue. Let's make this as big as it can be. I'm type A. This is number one. Does that make sense when you see it like that?
Yeah, yeah, but that's not where I am anymore.
Right.
Like I
After
said, I'm
Pluto went
tired.
over your Sun, that totally changed. That's what I
Yeah,
see.
which is weird. Like I've never, yeah, it almost felt like I gave up, where I thought, oh, it's like, oh, did I lose my ambition? But it's not that I'm not ambitious or I don't have dreams. I just like I I can't and I won't like push myself in that way anymore. And I don't know. I
Mhm.
mean, you'll tell me it's probably astrological. I thought it was because I'm just getting older or something, you know, but yeah.
Yep, it's about Pluto crossing your Sun. That's what happened for me because the Sun is like how you kind of move in the world and what's important for you, what do you want to create,
Hmm.
how do you want to
Hmm.
express, right? And Pluto is that kind of power that takes something completely away, and then you're kind of left with something different. Okay. What is your husband? What business is he building?
He's building a contracting business.
Okay. Can
He's
you
a builder.
so building like for what kind of
Oh, like for residential or for like businesses. Like he's a builder.
he's a builder.
Um, yeah, yeah, we're builders. We have a really old house that we renovated, and we have a second house on our property that we renovated that is an Airbnb, beautiful. Like it's an old carriage house from the 1700s. Like, um, yeah, and we like to do things quirky and on a budget, and just like and we like to do interesting things. We built our healing our wellness centers too, so we just have like a history, like we know how to do things like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and I help him design it, and he builds it.
What do you mean you help him design it? Like
We're
architects
we're yeah,
generally?
or yeah. I mean, architecture would be structure. It's not necessarily structural, but like finishes and layouts, and I guess you could call it architectural, but I'm not an architect or anything like that. So
Okay, I see. Okay, this is making me think about your sun Venus again. The sun in Capricorn for me is the builder, obviously. Whereas Venus in Aquarius would be lots of different buildings that are for residential or for offices, right? But these are valuable things that you have. And in your case, what you specifically do is you do the finishes and the layouts and the beautiful stuff, right? The design. So that makes me
yeah,
think of Venus conjunct your sun there.
yeah.
It also makes me think about you guys working with a lot of different people as well.
Yeah, and that's how we like to build business. Like, I don't like social media and stuff. I mean, I know it's like a necessary evil, whatever, but I like to build by talking to people and by partnering with people. Like, not not
Mhm.
yeah, that's how we grow. That like yeah, that's our thing.
Okay, and that's making me think again about your Mars in Libra with your Mercury together. Right, that one of the mainstays of your life is cooperating with various service providers, contractors, builders, community members.
Yeah,
Yeah, a
yeah,
lot of relationship stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, and I see you guys working a lot together financially on budgets.
Yeah, we're very intertwined and we have like a life partnership, like truly. Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah.
Hmm. Okay, you said that you have not no bueno with mom.
Yeah, I have a very unfortunate karmic relationship with my mother.
What do you mean by that?
Um, yeah, I don't know what cruel or hilarious joke that the universe played making us a mother and daughter. But yeah, I am a big cycle breaker, pattern breaker for like the females in my lineage and in my family. Um, and it's yeah, it's not been easy. It's not been pleasurable. Yeah.
Do you still talk to her?
Yeah, because I have a daughter and I do not want to um she's not abusive to my daughter, and I don't want to be the reason why my daughter doesn't have a relationship with her grandparents and with our family. So one of the sacrifices and gifts that I do as a mother is maintain a relationship with my own mother for the sake of my daughter. But yeah, it's really hard for me.
Can you give an example of why? Just like one illustrative situation?
Why is it hard for me?
Yeah.
Uh,
Like what does she
because
do? What is the interaction like?
uh, she's mean to me. I'll just say it. She's just mean. She just has like a lot of cutting things to say constantly, and then she denies that she says it, and she doesn't apologize, and she's a person that I wouldn't have in my life. Like I don't like to be treated like she treats me in a way that I don't really like, and she won't. There's all the things from my childhood. That's one thing which I would be willing to just wipe the slate clean on. That's fine. I've done a lot of work. It's just what she continues to do, how she continues to behave, and I know why, and I know, the unfortunate background that she came from and all those kinds of things, and I feel for her and her pain, but yeah, she just can't help herself with her mouth.
Is she unpredictable?
Yeah, she has some anger issues. She has some anger management issues. but only with very specific people, including myself. So,
Does she
yeah,
repeat things as well? Like, does she have a
like
few
what?
subjects that she will not drop?
Um, about me and our relationship, or just no,
Yeah,
I don't
just
know. I don't know if that's true. I mean, I could tell you some of her specific neuroses, but I don't know. I don't know if I could answer that in the affirmative. I don't know.
okay. I'm feeling the Moon Uranus conjunction in the third because the third is about talking. The moon tends to be the mother, right? So that you have a constantly unsettling contact with her.
Right, that is accurate. I can't talk to her because talking doesn't change anything. It just makes things bad. So it's like we can't talk, but we really need to talk. Like, so it's just always under the surface. Like there's a problem. There's always like a problem under the surface.
Mm.
And I just, yeah, yeah, I can't. But I'm the problem. So, um, but I'm just not willing to like change so anymore.
What do you mean you're the problem?
Well, if I would do different, be different, act different, talk different,
Mm-hmm.
think different, then we wouldn't have any issues.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Oh, interesting. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. But she's always around. Does she get under your skin?
Yes, but she's not always, well, she's energetically always around, but we don't live close to them
Uh-huh.
anymore. But even with that, like, yeah, part of the way that I was raised, I can feel her all the time. Like, so I know when problems are probleming or whatever, or when she's unhappy with something, like I just know.
Interesting.
Sucks.
Makes me think about what you had said earlier about the way you experience music.
What do you mean?
Mm, I don't know. I just felt a connection between those two patterns because you said the way you experience music is like magic. You said that you had something like synesthesia. And now I see the same kind of psychic interface with your mother, just on a very different level. It's kind
Yeah,
of like you're halfway in astral realm, maybe, like not totally grounded. So you can feel things in the field.
yeah, that's true. Uh, that's true. And I thought moving out to the country would make it better for me, but
Mm.
in fact, the quiet out here sometimes makes all of that like so much louder for me.
Oh,
Um,
interesting. Because I was
yeah.
actually thinking probably you really like quiet.
I like intensity and then I like absence of intensity. Like in a lot of things, I'm extreme one way and then like extreme like another way. Um, So, because I have a lot of energetic output, I'm very intense, and then I just like need to recuperate kind of thing. So, but if we go back to like my relationship with my mom, there is no recuperation ever. There's no place to land. There's no quiet between us. There's no ease. So, yeah, it's very challenging.
Hmm. Okay, because the moon in Scorpio is a very quiet sign because it's fixed and water, so it's very still. But look at how the moon is just next to Uranus and Sagittarius. Very different energy, like so loud, so excited, so nervous, so anxious.
Yeah, it's like the quieter I get, the louder my mom gets.
Oh,
But also that's like my
interesting.
reaction too, is that when things are very intense in like a hard way for me, I get very quiet. I go like
I.
very,
Hmm.
very in also. So yeah.
Yeah, I can see you body scanning. This is coming to mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, being a somatic therapist, like I can touch someone's body and know things about their body, but only if they would invite me to do that. I don't just do that to people.
Hmm. Have you?
Also, yeah, sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that my daughter's a double Scorpio and my husband is a Scorpio ascendant. So we
Hmm.
just have a lot of Scorpio in our house.
How old's your daughter?
She's 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. Have you always been a musician? Have you always been into music as well?
I would never have called myself a musician. I had to take piano lessons when I was growing up because good Russian children do that. But no, I love music. Like I said, I love music, but I'm not a musician. And I love dance and like movement and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you have you said you're on 3 acres, right?
yeah.
That's quite some. So are you doing anything with that land? Are you
Well,
building?
out here, 3 acres is not a lot, actually. So it's funny to hear that. But yeah, I remember living in a tiny box in Brooklyn. So yeah, I guess it is a lot compared to that. But are we doing anything? We have a second house that we manage, for guests and people. We have a big veggie patch, so growing vegetables. We put up a fence last year, so now I'm growing flowers. Like I have a beautiful flower garden. Um,
Uh-huh.
yeah, there's always something to do. There's always something. So we
Is there
have
like a stream or like a lake or a pond
a
nearby?
pond. We have
A
a pond
pond.
we have a natural spring that is feeds into a pond, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
That's actually my next project that I want to do. I want to drain that pond and I want to turn it into a swimmable pond. That's something I really want to do.
Yes. Okay. Uh-huh.
And then we had a gazebo above it that got knocked down by a tree. So it's a platform. So we kind of want to build like some kind of greenhouse or structure, like a hangout kind of place, and put my DJ speakers in there and just like make a vibey kind of place.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, something else is coming up for me now. It's about the importance of intimacy when you're talking to other people, like being very careful and also aware.
Say more about that.
It's just like a trait. I see you being more of a soothing person, maybe. Like when you talk, you bring peace, you bring calm.
My husband might argue with you about that, but in general, yeah, I'm very friendly, very extroverted. I can introduce myself to anyone. I can talk to anyone, like,
Yeah.
especially, as a DJ, I want people to feel welcome on my dance floor and like, um, yeah, it's easy for me to have a very fast rapport and even intimacy with people. Um, and Yeah, I'm not afraid of that. And sometimes yeah, there's certain things I don't share. Like the one truth is I really haven't talked about my fertility stuff. So I was just with
Mm,
people that, so with a lot of people anyway, or online. So it's interesting that I decided to share that with you here. But yeah. So mostly, yes, I can have fast intimacy with people if I wanted to, if I want to.
mm. What are your big challenges at the moment with the new property?
Well, it's not so new. It's 6
Right.
years. Challenges? I mean, I wish we had like way more money and we could do all the things that we wanted to do.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, we just want to do so much awesome stuff. So I couldn't call it a challenge specifically, but um, yeah, I don't know. We really like our home. We really like where we live and what we're building and making. So I don't know. I don't know how to answer what is a challenge. I hope there's no to a challenge with an old house. There's always something, but
Mhm. Okay, now I'm feeling like right now, maybe your husband is about to like sign a contract with someone? I feel like you guys are working with people right now. There's like like a big build coming.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he has a lot of proposals out. Like that was what I was helping him do is get, you know, find people that are looking to do work and stuff like that. So yeah, he feels like in a good we had a like a scary moment a couple months ago where yeah, but now it feels like in a good moment for him and there's a lot on the precipice. So
Are you guys also perhaps going to take on some big loans to build stuff?
I mean, we had to go into debt to do the fertility stuff,
Ah,
so we have to deal with that. And
yes. Okay. So are you kind of tightly budgeting at the moment
we're
so that
digging
you
out
can
of
pay off?
things. Yeah, we're digging out of this put us in like a hard place financially.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I see. Okay, so I guess you're gonna be spending like the next few years working through that. That's what comes up from you.
I mean, hopefully not. Hopefully we like to move fast and hopefully we can bounce back faster. But whatever. Like I said, it's a life project, our lives are a life project. So, ideally we have a lot more money sooner and things get better sooner. And at the same time, like we know that we're gonna be okay. Like we always figure it out. So
You said you're resting a bit more, but actually, that's curious. I'm feeling like you're also maybe not just yet, but about to be working on something pretty hard, especially like I think in the next month, like in June.
I mean, I have a busy month of DJing for sure coming
Okay.
up.
Yes.
Um, this DJ season has been like a banger. Have
Yeah.
been so busy. It's been so great. Um, Again, I would say like resting. Yeah, my friends would laugh to hear that because I'm always busy. I always have like I like to do stuff. Um, but yeah, so. Yeah, it's good. It's summer, so as a DJ, as a festival DJ, there's a lot more stuff happening and like going on. So,
Yes, and I feel like right now also there's something like maybe celebrations of some kind around. I just feel like you're in community. Maybe there's like a marriage or like new babies around or like a
um,
wedding.
I mean, there's a lot of celebrations because I'm working on festivals,
Right.
so and I'm part of like a community of yeah, moms and I throw a party in September called Together Fest. Like we're going to me and my daughter are going to festival tomorrow. Like yeah, there's so much community stuff that's happening that
And
I'm
I see it
involved
also
in.
happening like with families.
Yeah, well, okay, part of me being a DJ, like I said, I'm not just like a club DJ. A lot of my events are sober or family friendly because my daughter loves to dance and my husband also, like I don't want to just they want to come too. So most of the stuff that I do is for all ages, but like
Uh-huh.
super not just like kiddie things, super fun things, like so yeah.
Uh-huh. Hmm. What kind of genre would you say your music is?
Oh, do world music, like music from all over the world.
Uh-huh.
Like I'm a
Uh-huh.
maximalist, so I can
Uh-huh.
mix hip hop with like mantras, with like, EDM, with just Middle Eastern music. Like I grew up in Queens with every culture. And so yeah, my sets are like truly journeys. A lot of times while I'm DJing, you'll see someone's face because I love to play with people, like very unexpected transitions and stuff like that. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's a lot of as long as it's like a sacral activation, like just like beats and just this yeah, it's a feeling. It's just I choose music based on how it feels in my body and like where it takes me and how words play with each other. So all sorts of stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah,
I can see also being really full of ideas all the time,
all the
almost
time.
overwhelmed by all the
All
things
the
that you kind of, so you could get very scattered actually.
Yeah, yeah. That's how I use, if I use AI, that's what I do is I just brain dump into an AI and I'm like, help me organize this. Like, what
Mhm.
do I do first? What do I let go? Like, otherwise it's just so much stuff going on. Yeah.
Hmm. Is the AI thing something recent for you as well? And are you also using it for anything other than brain dumping?
Yeah, I mean the AI thing is recent because it's just recent in general for everybody,
Right,
but
exactly.
I don't use it every day. A lot of times I'll just do like stream of consciousness. I'll talk into it and just ask it to like synthesize it or organize it for me, so that I can just talk and it'll write the email from what I say and then I can copy and paste
Uh-huh.
it or something like that. But I'm very specific, like yeah, I'm very in it. It's not like I'm just like write me a paper about this. Like I I hate the structure of AI that they're like, you think it's this, but it's actually this. Like I I'm very mindful about that. I don't like to outsource my creative mind to it, just like some organization. It's like more about organization than it is about like creativity.
Yeah, I'm seeing also other events that are not just related to music, but anything that kind of elevates, in a sense, people also into different states of consciousness. Maybe at some point you would have done like plant medicine ceremonies as well, maybe in the years past.
Yes. Hold on, let me come back to you. Sorry, one second. It's just someone's trying to call me. Um, yes, I have. What are you saying? If have I DJ'd them or attended them? What are you asking?
Attended. I'm feeling that, well, probably DJing as well.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're Burning Man people, and
Yes, yes, perfect. Burning Man.
yeah, yeah. So we go every year to Miami for Love Burn, um,
I
and I'm
see.
DJing at camp this year at Calling All Magical People and stuff. So, um, yeah, yeah. We like to have a good time.
Okay. When you see just the aspects that I put up, because I frequently remove and add planets because whatever story you're telling, I'm seeing it here, for example. I wonder if it makes sense to you also when you see that with everything that you share. That you go to Burning Man, you go to Miami Love Fest, you travel to go to these different festivals. So there I feel like Uranus and Sagittarius, yeah, the high energy and going to the different places, and then the Venus and Aquarius in the fifth house, all the festivals and the fun events that you do together.
Yeah, I mean, you know better than me.
Okay.
I'm just seeing you move things around and like, so yeah, you know better than me.
Okay, got it. Okay, now I see you also enjoying to go on holiday, explore different countries, go by motorbike, rent a
My
car.
my husband, yeah, is a motorcyclist, but
Yes.
that's
Okay.
actually something I just told him the other day. I was like, when you think that we have enough money, like that we're making enough money, can you let me know so that we can plan a vacation?
Yes.
I literally told him that
Totally.
last
I
week.
see you guys traveling really like to different countries every
We
time.
used to do that a lot before the
Yeah.
pandemic, before we had well, we travel with our daughter. She had a passport when she
Yep.
was three
And I
months old,
totally feel
but
the club scene there. I feel lots of people around, fun, music. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I would
Eating
travel
different
and DJ
food.
for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Also going to seminars and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, do you like flying? Have you been skydiving?
Oh my God, no. I have not been I would be I think I'm too scared to go skydiving, to step off the edge
Oh,
of, but I have or I did go, what is it? Was it paragliding?
paragliding. Yes,
I
exactly.
did that
Good.
once with my husband's friend. He teaches that, or is an instructor. So I did jump off of a cliff with him, but I don't think I could jump out of an airplane. I don't think it's for me.
Oh. Okay, good. Let's pause there for today. So,
Yeah.
what do you think? Or what are
I,
you left with, actually?
I don't know. I'm not really sure because I think part of me just wants you to tell me what decisions to make and what's the right thing. And if, like, which I know is not,
Oh, you didn't ask about any of them.
oh, I didn't know that I could.
You gotta, of course, you can always say,
Oh my
I'm sorry, I
God.
should have said that. I didn't make that clear. Of course, you can always say or contribute or include yourself however you like.
Oh, okay. I thought you were, because I guess the thing, I just felt, I was like, okay, like validated. Like now I understand why that. But
Okay.
like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know. I'm in this real place of myself where I just don't know. Yeah, like an emotional landscape that I'm not familiar with. So I don't even know if I have a question. I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at, is a question mark with a lot of things, I guess.
Because of being defeated.
I guess so. Yeah. I feel like there's this part of, yeah, I'm having like a bigger reckoning with the universe right now about
I
like
see.
why things don't work out, or is God
Mhm.
there, or I don't know, just all sorts of big questions like that, you
I see,
know?
because you gave so much of yourself, just everything for years, and it didn't come to
I
fruition.
guess. I guess. And if it's supposed to or if it's not supposed to,
I
and
see. I
how is it
see.
supposed to feel, and you know,
Okay, I have
yeah.
I have an insight for you.
Okay.
This year is a turning point, but in my opinion, that's going to become clear to you only in the autumn, because Pluto will station the final time conjuncture Venus. And for me, that is the process that you've been going through with the fertility treatments, as I explained when we were looking at the chart. And so for me, that final station and then direct motion, because he starts to move away from Venus, is like either you're going to succeed or you're going to let it go. But this is kind of it. I feel like you're almost done with this chapter.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I just don't know which way to go. That's my question mark, sort of. So, but it feels like that too.
Whether trying it again or not.
Yeah, or there's other paths to parenthood and stuff, so I just don't know.
I feel like you've been exploring other paths just lately. If adoption
Yeah,
maybe or something.
maybe. Do you have something to say about that?
No, I'm actually more interested. For me, it's like the more context I have, the more I understand what's happening in the chart, and then I can reflect to you what I think. Um, have you been exploring different?
I mean, thinking about it,
Thinking about it.
because when one way doesn't work, and just thinking, yeah, being open to thinking about different ways. Yeah.
I feel like you've been researching that like this week.
Sort of. There's a legal thing that we have to deal with, so I've been researching that. Um,
Ah.
that's not specific to adoption, but yeah, there's some legal stuff we have to work through also.
Can you mention at all what that's about? The legal stuff?
Um, just about like things that should have been done by doctors that weren't necessarily taken care of.
Uh-huh. You're going to court for
I don't know about that.
you don't know about that. I see that again in Saturn. Now I see it opposing your Mars in Libra. For me, the Mars in Libra is the legal matters, because at that point you're looking for the court and to make something right. That's Libra,
Right.
right? Seeking equity, seeking compensation for something that was not performed as agreed upon.
Mm-hmm.
And so if that's happening, that feels like that's happening in June already.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
not only,
Mm-hmm.
it feels like June is kind of like it's where it's starting, and then you're dealing with that for the remainder of the year and even a little bit into 2027. If I'm getting the timing right, which I'm pretty sure I do.
I'll let you know.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm gonna stop recording, and then you and I can
Okay.
just chat a couple more minutes. Okay.
Okay.
So, signing out.
Thank